Hello and welcome to this demo video. Before we get started, I'd just like to explain to you a few things which will relate to all of the basic range spreadsheets. Number one, there is a key on the intro and setup tab of all of the spreadsheets showing what the different color headers mean. The blue headers mean that the cell's formulated, so it's locked and you can't change it. The yellow headers are where you can input data, and occasionally there might be some gray headers, which is just a different kind of data input, but we'll include instructions as and when that happens. The other thing that you can be aware of is there are ways in which you can damage the spreadsheet. So please do take a look at the link where you see this image, which will take you to a web page to show you how to better preserve your spreadsheet. Please feel free to keep a blank version of the spreadsheet somewhere, so that if you do mess up a spreadsheet that you're using, you can in fact just open a new one, a blank one. And some of the spreadsheets only last for a year, and then you've got a blank one to start the following year. So do keep a blank copy as a backup somewhere. And lastly, wherever you see this image, you can click on it. It'll take you back to the store where you purchased this product to see if you've got anything, any more products. One last thing, to see a demo video, you can click on this on a link that looks like this in order to go to the demo video, but that'll take you to the most recent demo. If in fact we've done upgrades and you're using an older version and you'd like to see the demo relating to your version, then do click on the watch on YouTube link, which will take you to that specific video on YouTube. So I think that's all you need to know. So without further ado, let's move on to this demo video. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to this demo video for the time to now calculator. This is a very simple spreadsheet. In fact, this is probably going to be one of the fastest, shortest demo videos I've ever done, because it's very little to fill in here. All you need to do is put the start date and end date, start time and end time, sorry, when you want to start the spreadsheet, and then an end date, end time, if you want an end date and end time. If you want now as the end date and end time, then obviously you don't need to worry about putting that in. So how do you do that? Very simple. Let's say, for argument's sake, you want to find out when you were born. Let's say you're born on the 1st of April, 1978, and you were born at 1305. I don't know, whatever time you were born. Now what it does, essentially, it takes until now and it calculates. So when you click on the other tab, you can see you're 41 years old, 503 months, which is 2,189 weeks, which is 15,323 days, 367,000 hours. You get the idea up until you get down to how many seconds old you are. And then it tells you 41 years, 11 months, 13 days, 7 hours, 50 minutes, and 12 seconds. Obviously, every time you press F9, it updates. So if you keep on clicking F9, it'll go up as the times go up. So it stops obviously when you're not entering anything. If you press F9, it'll update. It'll tell you what the start date was Saturday, what the end date was Saturday, and then you can, at the bottom here, you can see a clock of what time it actually is at the moment. The other thing is right down here at the bottom. Well, before we do that, if you come back to intro and setup and you put a date and time in there, it'll obviously, it won't use now's time. It'll use the time and date that you put in as an end time and give you all the figures. The last thing that you can do is, if you come up here and you see, actually, that's quite interesting, because we're 2,189 weeks, and you go, I'll be interested to know what is 2,200 weeks. So if you come here and you select weeks, you put 2,200, it will tell you it's the 30th of May 2020 at 1305. So you can put in here what those what figure you would like to look up in, basically, and what unit it is, so how many seconds or minutes or whatever, and it'll give you the date when that would have been true. So that's it, just a very simple page, nothing too groundbreaking, just something exciting for you to play around with. If you want to put your date of birth or your kids or whatever else you want to put in there and work out how long it's been since that date. And if this is something that interests you and amuses you, I wish you all the best. Otherwise, crack on with what you're doing. Thank you. Bye-bye.